Hi everyone, welcome to another Go Mojo Go video. We're back again, this time doing the Toyota Cup. This is round 7 at Mount Panorama, driving the Toyota 86 2021 version, I think this is. And yeah, I'm here I'm so close to getting my A license. I feel like this car combo is just right for me. There I am in position number 4 in my custom made on the run livery. But yeah, I feel really comfortable on this track. I do like this combo, so I was hopeful that tonight might be the night I get my A license, but more importantly that I have some good fun clean racing. Have a look at what happened to me at the very beginning though. Check out my dashboard. As you see in a moment, you'll see number 3 at the bottom. For whatever reason the game set me in 3rd gear. It just glitched in 3rd gear. I had no idea it was there, didn't notice it until the green lights, and I thought, hang on, what's going on here? And then I looked down and quickly noticed what happened, changed down gears as quick as I could, but at that point it was too late. Absolutely swamped. Started in P4, dropped to P8, there's a bit of argy-bargy, got pushed to the outside, which was probably in hindsight the best place to be, because I avoided a bit of that carnage, got some good forward momentum, and I'm trying to make up some ground again. So yeah, don't know what happened there, why it started in 3rd gear, and funnily enough why I didn't even see it until I just didn't notice that until it was too late. So anyway, that's the start I had. As you can see, the first lap is always crazy, a few cars running off the track already. But I'm comfortably in P7 and just really focusing on the race ahead. I know the first couple of laps are going to be pretty hectic, but yeah, we'll see how we go as we go through the cutting there. I've got Raptor Race there close behind me, but all my focus is with Alf. I did do a bit of practice. I kind of know where to change gears, how far to push the engine, and hopefully that's going to pay off in the end. As you can see, Alf is in front. There's a couple of blue cars further up which are having a nice little battle. I'm hoping that they'll slow each other down and catch up as we go through the S's here. Hopefully no dramas. There's always sketchy going through here with other cars. And there's already an incident, so you can see Frankie's hit the wall, ghosted. I've managed to just squeeze past Alf. But yeah, you got the 2 blue cars of Frankie and Dado J battling it out, so that's a good start. Oh, you can see, well, look at that. Well, nice little dive there by Alf. I had no idea he was going to absolutely be so aggressive that corner. Stuck his nose in, pushed me out wide, but didn't really slow me down too much. So I've got a bit of a run. Like I said, I know where to change gears. I just wait till I reach the top of that mountain before I change up a gear. It keeps the full momentum going, and as you see, I've managed to just squeeze ahead. Maybe, yes, I've just held on to it there. So rough start, but not too bad. Starting P4, back up to P6. Well, I wasn't too upset that I managed to make up some of that time after that first lap, but really I'm still bamboozled by that 3rd gear incident right at the very start. But what we'll do is we'll move forward a couple of laps. Top of the mountain, lap 3, and we've got Frankie, who has been slowing me down, and in fact he's been driving in my opinion a really unsportsmanlike manner, swerving in front of me, not letting me take my racing lines. You see, he goes wide, hits the wall, runs back on, pushes me onto the wall again, and a second time for good measure. Really slowed me down. I'm trying to make up for it, but the end result is we had a nice little gap between Arnie and Alf behind me, but and I screw up that Forest elbow. But as a result, the 2 cars behind have caught up to me, caught up to both of us, and now what could have been an easy P4 is now turning into another battle just to keep my position. Arnie's there He's pressuring me on the outside. I'm going to stick to the inside. He's going to have to work for it if he wants to pass me. As you see here, I brake at my usual spot, but Arnie brakes really late and runs right off, desperate to get his nose in front of me and just forgot to brake basically. So I'm back here behind Frankie again. I really did not enjoy driving behind Frankie. He was slower than me, but I didn't appreciate his tactics. I go the inside, he makes sure he turns into me, so I decide, well, I'll go back to the outside and see if I can go around a long way. He sort of turns into me again, but really that's not too bad because he was trying to take his racing line. But yeah, he's been holding me up for a good number of laps now. This is lap 4. I've been behind him now for 1.5 laps, and frustration is starting to build here. I'm wondering how I'm going to get past him, and as we reach this point, I'm not really focusing on braking point. I'm looking at Frankie in front of me, and he runs off. I follow him onto the wall, and actually he bounced off okay, but I've lost a lot of speed. And yeah, the two guys behind me, Raptor and Alf, just swallowed me up, and I lose another 2 positions because of Frankie. Really, it's my fault, my inattention. I should have just concentrated on my braking markers, and I would have been fine. But nevertheless, towards the end of lap 4, things were going to turn around for me because the 3 guys are battling here. You can see both Frankie and Raptor Race run off. Raptor goes in front of Alf, slows him down, so I'm weaving around, trying to find some space. Raptor sticks to his line, so I go on the inside. And yes, so I just brake a little later than I normally would, just to make sure I've got that inside line, and successfully pulled that off. So from 8th back up to 5th in the space of half a lap. That's alright. I was happy with at least something going my way in the middle of the race. So we'll fast forward to lap 7. I've caught up to Jay Uno. I'm thinking about changing my tyres very soon. My tyres are starting to get a bit old. I'm not sure whether wasn't sure whether I was going to pit this lap or the next lap, but right now I was just trying to get past Jay Uno. Got a good run down Forest Elbow. Once again, the key here is not change gears too soon. Change about here, and then on 5th gear to 6th, you just wait till you reach the peak of the mountain here, and then you change up another gear, and you don't lose any speed. Yeah, you just maintain that momentum over the hill, and just enough to get in front of Jay Uno. Is that Jay Luo or Jay Uno? Anyway, yep. Up to P3. Someone had gone into the pits a lap before me, that's why I went from 5th to 4th and now 3rd. So strategy is coming into the play here. As we approach the end of lap 8, this is, you can see my tyres are getting a bit old. I'm definitely going to pit at the end of this lap, but I've caught up to Paco Rosemayo, whatever it is pronounced. Yep. Only change gear once I hit the top of the mountain, and that gives me enough momentum to take the lead, and which is what I want to do, trying to get as much distance as I can as I enter the pits. I'm not sure if Paco's going to go in the pits with me at this point, but hard tyres are compulsory, so I'm forced to enter the pits now. You can see Black Death has also gone in there as well, and I think Paco hasn't pitted. He must have pitted an earlier lap, I didn't see. And Jayulo, 88, Jayulo, turns out he went for a no-stop strategy, so went with hard tyres and fuel saved. But for me, I think it was quicker. I felt quicker in the softs and then 1 lap of the hard. So as you can see, I've come out of the pits in P5. So yeah, I haven't really gained anything at this point, but we'll fast forward as we approach the dip of the last lap. I've got Raptor Race, he hits the wall. I managed to go on the inside, and I think I'm going to hang on to that. I'm on cold, hard tyres, so you can see I'm slipping around, but that's alright. I managed to open up a bit of a gap, so that's how it really ended. It being P4 after a terrible start. I ended up finishing in the same position I started, so overall not too bad. I got decent points too, 132 points, so that was alright. But yeah, I really like this combo. I'm aiming for my A license. Normally I'd hang on to my 132 points, but I kind of had a good feeling about this, so I thought, well, I'm going to go for it again. I'm going to see if I can do a lot better. Make sure I'm in first gear this time around, and yeah, we'll see how we go on my second race. And here we are back for race 2. As you can see from the field, there are 40% are A ranked drivers, so quite nerve-wracking at the moment. I know if I get my driver rating up to A, I'm going to have to face these guys more regularly, so nerves are kicking in, but still confident of my pace. I got the fastest lap of race 1, so I know my pace is close to the mark. But yeah, didn't qualify that well in race 2. I think it was P8, I believe. So as you can see, we're going through. I don't think A drivers actually did that well. There's a mixture of A's and B's in the top 8. I qualified in P8. I had a pretty ordinary lap, but still, this time I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be in first gear when it starts off. That's the important thing. I've got the inside position, so I should be able to hang on to my position, provided I don't spin my wheels too much. So let's see how we go. Double check, triple check, quadruple check that I'm in first gear, and yeah, hope for the best now. There we go. Dashboard says 1. Here we go. Waiting for green lights. I'm on best position, I believe, taking the inside line at turn 1. So let's see. Here we go. Bit of wheel spin, not ideal, but not too bad either. Dan Ross goes in, dives in the inside. You can see Frankie Mel, mate, again trying to cut me off. Didn't get there soon enough. I've got him covered there, and not too bad. Good clean start, thankfully. But yeah, Frankie, that guy just really liked the way he drives, and you saw he tried to cut me off, but luckily I got there in time this time. So yeah, everybody's all jam-packed initially, so as long as I play it cautiously, I'm going to take the inside here, make sure nobody has the opportunity to dive. I'll get tapped again by Frankie, but yeah, not too bad. I'm all okay. I'm going to get a bit potentially messy around the cutting here, but yeah, I'm going to just play it nice and safe, and hopefully guys in front make a few mistakes. That's my intention for the first lap, is just take it easy. Tyres are still cold, brakes are still cold, and just hope that if I stick close to the guys in front, as you can see, Space Dust Daddy's literally a meter in front of me. If I just harass him a bit, hopefully the goal is he'll make the mistake and I'll make an easy overtake. So approaching the S's here, and the cutting, the dip I should say. Let's see if anybody screws up. I've done okay. I've got tapped a little bit, but Dado and Space Dust Daddy, having a few moments. I think I might make the most of Space Dust here, although he's got the better position through the cutting. I hit the walls, that slowed me down a little bit. And Smart Pony sort of sticks his nose in as well, sort of pushes me aside, and it's cost me a bit of time actually. So yeah, a bit rough here in the first lap, but still a long way to go. Not too fast at this point. P8 still, but yeah, I'm still confident I've got the pace to stick with a bunch, and maybe if I just keep on the pressure, guys in front are the ones that are going to make mistakes. And yeah, so far so good actually. We've got Red Dragon behind me, goes a bit sideways, that's okay for me. Two side by side in front. Hopefully they take each other out, but no, it looks like they're keeping it nice and clean. And yeah, that's the first lap, action-packed first lap. It's all still nice and tight. But yeah, looking forward to how this pans out. So we move forward towards the end of the second lap as we go through Forest Elbow. I've got a good run actually here, and Jess has obviously had a bit of issues because she was way ahead of me before, and I'm drawn up side by side next to her. Space Dust Daddy's right there as well. I've got Jess covered. I'm not sure if I'm going to get Space Dust. As we go through the chase here, I've managed to slot in, but yeah, it's high pressure time here. Jess is almost rear, and as you see, Space Dust Daddy just breaks a bit too late and runs right off, and that's the sort of thing I like. I don't have to make any moves. I'll just let the other guys drop off. I just keep it nice and clean. As we see that Dr. Daros, who in front of me, I've got a little bit of better run actually. Going to take the inside if he doesn't cut me off. And hopefully I can pull off this move as well. I'm not going to give him that much room, and yeah, there we go. Two positions in a few corners. So that's all going well so far in P5. So hopefully we don't have too many issues further on. But these guys behind me, I've raced them before, they're usually pretty good. So we fast forward again to the end of lap 3. Can't see who that is. I think that's Hansy Rocks, who has a time penalty, and really this has got to be one of the worst places to serve a penalty. I mean, this is the fastest part of the track. Loses a whole lot of time. I just zoom past. There's not much you can do when you're serving penalties through there, especially in these slow cars as well. So easy position at the end of lap 3. Let's fast forward to lap 5, and I've got Smart Pony again in front. I managed to catch up with him in the preceding 2 laps. Just going to stick nice and close to him, and hopefully he's going to break a little late. As he does, I'm not sure if he he does tap the wall, so that he loses a lot of time, and that's it. That's how you make some moves without actually making moves. I do like that. I always get very nervous when I actually have to make moves myself. Just as long as you stick close to them without interfering with them, sooner or later they make mistakes in my experience. So that's pretty much the rest of this stint really. I had a huge gap in front. I worked hard to try and close, but here I am in lap 8. Time to change my tyres. The front 2 guys are going into pits here. As you see, I almost ran wide entering the pits there. Luckily I managed to get there in time. Last thing you want to do is get reset right at the very end. So yeah, just changed my tyres to the hard tyres, putting a splash of fuel as well, because revving the hell out of the car, trying to get the maximum speed. I didn't really want to fuel save up. Just for a bit of fuel, I don't think a couple of seconds is going to cost me too much. So let's see how I do pulling out of pits in the last lap. I am in P3. Hansy, I'm not sure if he pitted at all, but he's only 3 seconds behind. I don't think he pitted, whether he pitted a lap earlier or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, P3, and it looks like the gap in front is pretty big. I don't think I'm going to close that, and pretty big gap behind me too, so that's pretty safe going. And that's where I thought I was going to finish until this happened. We got Dado, who must have run off his ghost. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I must have had some incident. So all of a sudden this last corner is getting really exciting. I'm not sure if I'm going to catch him, but the pressure's on. He goes a little sideways, and he's lost a lot of momentum side by side here. Absolutely amazing. I didn't think I was going to get P2 after the gap in front, but there you go, a bit of pressure. Some guys make mistakes, and a lucky P2, I have to say, but really happy with that. Considering I started P8, I was expecting some decent points, but more importantly, whether or not I got enough driver rating to get that coveted driver A. I've been playing this game 4 years. I've been slowly getting better at it, but this was the pinnacle really. I managed to get my driver rating to A, so really excited about that. I can't say how happy I am about achieving that. So Glad you enjoyed that race. I certainly did. I'm more than over the moon about getting my driver rating to that level. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully we'll see you next time.